I got on him a few weeks ago. What's that? What are you even dealing with, Billy? You got on a few weeks ago. No, lad, listen, lad, you've been vouched for by you. By lads who you don't know, by lads who you don't know. So lads, oh lad, well, what are you bringing me into it? Lad, you are into it, lad, you know, you're on the graft and all that, you know, lad, you get a percentage, this, that. Lad, listen to me, after what we've done, how are you even thinking that's a question? How you even think that's a thing? Nah, lad, listen, I knew full well you were going to go right back into this, you know, lad. I knew it, lad, I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? I proper stood on for you there. I know, lad, but you're getting dull, lad. Listen to me. Lads, listen to me, there's more things that are important than so, like freedom, lad. Do you know what I mean, lad? Alright, you're making so, lad, you're smashing it everywhere. Do you know what I mean? You're smashing it everywhere, you lost the graft. But lad, I don't lose. Lad, you're gonna lose. Lad, I can already tell now that this is a bad idea. I can tell, lad, you know what, lad, you take too much. Lad, you just jib it, lad, you don't think enough, mate. You don't think enough. Well, lad, will you do it for me? What is it you want me to do for you? Lad, there's 3 kids who want to go meet. Why have I got to go meet them? Lad, because they're all parrying you and that, they're not really, like, well, lads, well, what do you mean, lad? Well, you know, lad, like, I don't know, lad, they're parrying you. Lad, I don't even know them, Wardy. He's like, well, lad, the bird's called Katie, and she's like 21. Lad, the lad's called Mick, he's 20. And then there's mine, lad, who's 23, he's like the ringleader. I'm like, lad, what are the surnames? Don't know, lad. How would he parry me, lad? They don't even know me. Lad, they do. I swear, lad, they do. They're supposed to be a buyer. Why are you talking about me to kids, lad? I'm not lad, but lad, you know, their mates over. Who are their mates? I don't know, lad. Listen to me, lad. So their mates know me, and they know me through their mates, but you don't know who their mates are. Oh, lad, listen. It's graft on. Fucking hell, lad, we'll get the bits off you, lad. If you don't, then, yeah, I know hard feelings, not like that, but, lad, we'll just get the bits off someone else. I can see what he's doing there, do you know, I can see what he's doing there. He's a little rat. Now, I know his graphs are banging, right? So here's what's going to happen, right? I supply his graphs, right? I supply his graphs everywhere. Listen, he's getting fucking boxes and boxes of white and brown off me all the time. And he's an asset, mate, you know. I get a percentage off them boxes, so I'm selling him the swag and then getting a percentage back off my own swag. Do you see what I mean? It's a win-win. Now, my mates, my inner circle, they don't really know exactly what's going on, but it's nothing to do with them. They're not involved in it. So why would they? You don't tell everyone everything, do you know what I mean? So I know what's going to happen, and here's what could happen, and if it does happen, there's nothing I can do about it, because we mate, if he goes to see someone else for their swag, for that graft, he's going to end up just doing deals with him and not backdoor him because he doesn't know me nothing, but you know what I mean, he's going to end up going elsewhere for it, you know what I mean, and I'm slow as well, listen, I'm proper slow, I'm like one of them kids you phone up and you're like, lad, where are you? I'm like, lad, I've got like 4 base tires, lad, the fucking catch at me, fucking, do you know what I mean, I'm one of them, so I'm like, laxy daisy, so I don't like to be in places at the time when someone tells me to, just in case. That sounds mad, but that's just what I'm like, do you know what I mean? So I'm like, when am I meeting him? He's like, Tuesday. I said, Tuesday, what time? He's like, 7. I said, where? He said, some gaff there. I said, give me the main man. Who's the main man? He said, Martin. I said, Martin what? So he told me, I don't know his surname, lad, but he's like 23, he goes down him. Okay, so you told me he smashed it, and he's on the ball. Lad, he has smashed it. How's he smashed it, lad? Lad, because he's been doing this, that. Alright, so is he going to vouch? Yeah, lad, listen to me, lad, Martin's proper sound. Lad, shut up, lads. And what are you on about? And he goes to me, lad, well, listen, man's proper sound, lads. I'm like, lad, these are all like proper street grafters, lad. They're brand new out the rapper. 21 Katie, 20 Mick and 23 man. Lad, you know, I'm not saying everyone who's that age are brand new out the rapper, because some aren't, you know what I mean? Because if you start young, then you've got experience. I mean, it's like any job, do you know what I mean? The more you do it, the more you get accustomed to it, the more, you know, your experience, you know what's going on. So he's like, lad, will you? I'm like, why can't you? He's like, lad, because I've got to go to such, oh, this has happened, this, that. So, alright, sound, I'll go meet them, lads, when Tuesday, yeah, alright, sound. So, it comes to the Monday, right, and I thought, nah, fuck that, so I've got this man's number, so 141's him. That you, man? Yeah, lad, is that you, Scouse? Yeah. What, lads, what's happening? He's like, what's happening? I said to him, do me a favour, and what? I said, listen, I'm not going to meet you tomorrow, I'm meeting you today. You've got 15 minutes to get to such and such. He's like, I said, no, about it. I said, if you want to be in it and you want me to be a part of it, whatever. He's like, lad, sound. I said, what about Mick and Kate? He's like, they're with me now. I'm like, all right, go on, no excuse then. So what I've done is I've changed the day and the time and the location, just in case of anything, because he doesn't know none. So if you change the time, location and date like that quick, boom, they haven't got time to plan on yet. Do you get what I mean? He's on the way, yeah, we're on the way. They were there in like 15, 20 minutes. So, unless they're fucking Houdini, mate, what are they going to plan? None. It was a different place, different time, different day. Do you know what I mean? So I'm sitting there talking to him, get some scan and all that. I'm sitting there now, the bird, The bird, she's only 21. She is fucking brand new out the rapper, and I mean brand new out the rapper. She must just have like a thing for Mick or Marjorie. Now, Mick's sound, he seems to be the ours one to me. He seems to dominate a little bit, you know what I mean? He's like telling man to shut up. Like, what I do is I watch what's going on. I'm watching you all from the straight off, right? And then there's Martin. Now, Martin's, he's the talker. He's got the gift of the gab, he's the talker. But when I'm asking him questions, he's answering them. Now, that sounds a bit mad, like, well, shouldn't he be? Well, yeah, he should be, but he's answering them too much. He knows a bit too much for what I thought the level he'd be at from what I've been told. So, when I've said to him, how do you know him? Now, let's call my mate the contact. That's all we're going to call him. He's called the contact. That's it, right? Now, these are all black names, obviously, because I'm not a fucking snitch. I'm not a midnight mass. These are all black names, right? And things have been changed around. So, is it a fictional story? Yeah, it's a fictional story based on real events, based on scenarios that go on every fucking day, right? So we've got this bird, Katie. Now, Katie, she's a nice looking girl. Do you know what I mean? She's a nice looking girl. You can see why the lads around her, do you know what I mean? Then there's Mick. Mick, he's like, I don't know, he's a little bit hot-headed, but only with his own circle. I feel like he's like one of them kids who outside in the house, but wouldn't say, like, boo on the street. You know what I mean? Now, Martin is calculated. Martin knows the questions to ask him, what to do, this, that. So, with Martin, listen, I've been told he's running this graft, or they've been smashing it. So I can sort of half see that he could be. So when I've got Martin seems to be the ringleader, the brains behind it, you know what I mean? So I'm saying to him, all right, well, this, that. I said, so what graft he's done? He went, we've never grafted before. Whoa, what do you mean? Like, I never said that to him, but what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? Tick. He knows too much to have not grafted before. So I'm like, you've never grafted before? No, lad, no way. Well, I've always, okay, how did you meet my mate? Let's say the contact. Well, what it was, like, he told me a totally different story. How long have you known him for? Lad, years. What do you mean, years? So, alarm bells are ringing now. So I'm like, do you know what, lad, I'm out. He went, what? I said, I'm out. He went, what do you mean? I said, there's only nothing to do with it, lad, I'm out. He's going, I said, nothing, lad. I said, listen, it's nothing to do with me. Because I'm thinking, these are like, I'm not saying the grass is all busy, but it's alarming me, mate. Alarm bells are fucking ringing, mate. What you're saying to me isn't what I've got. Yeah, it's not adding up, things adding up. But my mate, the contact, he's a bastard anyway. He's a bastard, mate. You don't understand. He's not a rat. He's a rat bastard, but not like severely. He'll do things just to make dough. He's seen the cash, ching. Now, they haven't got their stories right between them. So that means he doesn't want him to know this, or he doesn't want him to know this. So there's something, the chickens aren't clucking, mate. It's not clucking. So I'm like, right, listen, go on, I'm out anyway, lad, right, nice to meet you and all that. But what about the bits? What you mean about the bits, lad? What do you want about the bits, lad? Well, lad, you're the one who gets the bits. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to like that, mate? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? The bits? What do you want about, lad? I don't get no fucking bits for no one, lad. And he's like, oh yeah, I just told you, don't fucking think, lad. Fucking bitch, you little divvy. What do you want about? The fuck out me sight. So they've all legged it. Something's not sitting right. So I get on the phone to my mate, the contact. And I'm like, what's happening with you, lad? He goes, what do you mean? I said, what do you want about? He's going, what do you mean? I said, what do I mean? What do you mean, lad? He's going, nah, lad, listen, lad, they've parcelled, lad, they've heard you. Oh, listen, fuck all this, they've heard you shit, lad. Who a day? Who's that Martin, lad? And he's going, lad, he's knowing. I'm like, he fucking knows someone, lad. He's influenced by someone. He's something to do with someone, lad. He knows too much. What do you mean, lads? What do you mean? What do you mean, lads? Here's what I mean, lads. I'm on him. He's telling me he's never grafted before. Well, lad, they have. Why did he tell me they haven't? Lad, I don't know, just in case they've had any beef. What, do you think they've got beef with me? You think they've got beef with me? Lad, they get fucking wiped in seconds, lad. Yeah, I know. Well, lad, what do you mean? What, do you think I've just let beef go cold like that, lad? What do you want about, lad? Lad, if I had beef with them, they'd fucking know about it, lad. And I'd know about it, I don't even know them, lad. I know, there's more to it. Lad, you're thinking too much, listen. What do you reckon on them? Lad, I reckon the sound and all that, but I don't know nothing to do with it. So, what, you're not giving us the bits? Lad, I'll give you the bits. They've just asked me for my number. I said, no, lad, you're the only person who contacts me with anything to do with this, lad. I don't want nothing to do with them. I just feel like something's not right, lad. The kid knows too much. So you know what I'm like, Tony, you know what I'm like. I'm just like, I'm in fucking Sherlock Holmes mode, mate. I am in Sherlock Holmes mode, mate. I am on the phone to all my mates, lad. Who does this, who does that, this, that. Who's round that area, who's even on the fringe of that area. Lad, I'm getting names through at me left, right, and centre like the fucking matic. I'm like, come on, I'm on him. Phones him. I'm like, lads, who are these kids, lads? He's like, listen, lad, he's proper sick. I said, what do you mean now? This kid who I'm talking to, out of the bunch I had to ask, he's number one. So, he's the one who, out of all them areas, round the fringes of them areas, who had trust more than anyone. So he's just like, lads, what's that? I'm like, listen, lads, I need to speak to you. He's like, what about? I said, I've got these kids, lad, right, who are trying to do fucking bits and all that. And they're working with me, and now my mate's a bit parrot, just like proper blender. And he went, yeah, I said, that's one of the names is such, 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 such. He went, yeah. He said, goes by the name of Paddy. I said, I don't know. He said, that's his gaff name, Paddy, lad. I said, yeah. I said, well, what? So he described him. He's like, yeah. He said, lad, looks exactly, yeah, that's it, that's. So everything I've described, it's a trio. Now, this little trio, listen to me, the kids just, they've seen an opportunity, they took it. So what he's not on is, when you start off with lies to people, it can stain how they look at you. Yeah, so if he would have just said to me, which is I'm getting the drift of now, I'm going to phone one or two of the people around the area just to confirm that it's the same vibe. And if it's the same vibe, listen, this Martin kid, he's up and coming, and he's just like, he's not being like disrespectful where he's lying to me face. He's just like, I'm going to say whatever I've got to say to, I'm not trying to say I'm anyone, I'm not like that, but whatever he's thinking or whatever he's being told, this, that. Now, my mate does chat shit. Let's just say the contact, he does chat fucking pony, he like, just to make the dough, you know what I mean? He'd be like, listen, lad, I swear to God, listen, lad, he can fly, lad, he jumps off cliffs without parachutes. No, just one of them kids. What the fuck are you on about, lad? What my mate's done, let's just say what the contact's done, but it seems to have happened, right? Is the more I'm getting info, phones another one or two people around the area, like, yes, Sam, they're all day. A couple of them are like, well, yeah, he's done this for me. And I'm like, yeah, so, you know what? Listen to me, the kid's only young, right? He's 23. He's young, right? Now, from what I can see from meeting him, now I've looked at a different perception where he's being vouched for. What he's saying to me, even if that is, let's just say 70% true, he's got 30% room of exaggeration or whatever, trying to impress, whatever. I'm not saying that that's what he was trying to do, but that's what he was trying to do, right? So if you take away that and you give him, just say 70% is what basically happens, yeah, and 40% is what happens. Do you see what I mean? So there's like a 60% barrier, and it's got different levels. So this kid is potentially going places in that world, because that's just what it is. His dad and all that, I'm getting told everything about him. His dad was on the piss and all that, and whatever, and that. So it seems to me the kid's just being like, basically, I'm not saying abuse or neglect, but he's been like, listen, lad, as soon as he's 14, as soon as he's whatever, he didn't have to go to school, you know what I mean, all that. So his man's just been like, you know what, I'm not even asked. Either there's reasons for it, though. Number one, he was just a bastard. Sounds like he was a little bastard by the sounds of it so far. I'm not judging people, because, it is what it is, but that's what I feel like it is. So if that's the case, and his man's just been like, you know what, I can't console him, it is this, that. Now I've got my own kids. I can understand where you could be like, hang on a minute, lad, that's a bit heavy. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do to your kids? All right, if you take it too far, you've got levels where you just like, bang, in theory, in fiction, right? But you're lenient, aren't you? You're lenient, and I don't care what anyone says, you're lenient, aren't you? So if your kid's going out, coming back, do you know what I mean? And he's safe, sound, this, that, the man starts to know that, he's got respect, it is what it is. So you can take a step back at an early age and be like, he's like a fucking, he's like a 35-year-old in the head when he's like 21 or 15, 16, do you know what I mean? There's people like that. You can get kids, you can get little toddlers, right? When he talks to you, you're like, how's he on that? Do you know what I mean? How's he on that? And you think, how old is he? They're like, he's 5. You're like, he's 5? Are you messing? He's talking to you like he's a fucking 10-year-old. Because of the way they've been brought up, the way they're straight away from birth, you know what I mean? So it happens, it's like footy players. You can get footy players who are just naturally, you are the sickest kid ever. And then, do you know what I mean? Or someone who does something that they never did. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm on about? And if it shines or it takes a spark to it, and you're like, hang on a minute, I like doing it. The risk, in my opinion, now his opinion's only going to be low, because he doesn't know anyone. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's out the way doing graphs, thinking that's what doing graphs is. If you stick him in Liverpool and he tries to do that, I will guarantee you right now, that kid would have at least 3 warnings in less than, no shit. No, correct me if you fucking think I'm wrong. Let's go into this, right? Correct me if you think I'm wrong. That's what I want anyone to do now, yeah? If you think I'm fucking messing and you're a Scouser, yeah, and you're on it, listen to me now. If someone starts flying down there who no one's on, yeah, starting to give numbers out for limo. How long do you think it's going to be before someone gets on one of the main players down there, who then gets on his mate, and that's within 45 minutes of being there and less than 20 minutes of giving the number, who gets the limo off one of the lads down there or something like that, and the loyal and the sound, because people think that, yeah, I'm not like, I don't even know how to say this, right? I'm not going to like start like glorifying it or condone it, but it's another side of the fence, right? Because people think of like, when you think of like a dealer and you think of the customer, you think of like this big like versus, like squaring up to each other, you owe me, but it's not like that. It's not like, so you've got your top level, yeah, people who don't want to know you, don't want you to know them. Sounds. Not asked, no haggling, doesn't matter, is what it is, whatever it is you say, price variates, you can change it, at will, whatever time it is, not asked, don't care. See them, they're top tier, they're the people who you fucking don't know, just in and out, bump, doesn't matter, bump, yeah. See what I mean? Then you've got the tier 2. They're the ones who are like, it's not your mates, but they are your mates. You can go and give someone limo, yeah? And it can be proper sound. It's like, lad, yeah, chill, do you want to bury this? I've never met them before, to a mate of mate. You end up being sound with them. Do you know what I mean? So then the phone in every Saturday you go in there, little bevy, little whatever, bum, in and out, yeah? Do you know what I mean? But then there's the bottom arse end, lower tier, what only gets like, I'm not condoning it, I'm not encouraging it. There's different fucking levels. You've got, yeah, the top tier, they're not asked, they'll do what they want when they want. Doesn't matter, it's nothing to them. Just like when people have a cup of tea, do you understand? They don't need it, they don't need judgment, they don't need no one to say that they're right or wrong, because it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of them, it doesn't matter. That's their business, because no matter what they say, you're fucking smashing it anyway. Do you get what I mean? So you get this thing like where you're then not asked. You've got no ego, you're not asked. You go from a point of like having a big ego. Yeah, people who are around me, who I'm even around me now, you've got a big massive ego, they need to prove this, that. Lads, why? You don't prove it in a different way. If that's what you're going to do, that's what you're going to do. But do it clever, yeah? Do it clever, do you understand me? Network, swear, there's loads of people who are rats, there's loads of, try and like, not go near them. I know it's hard sometimes, but this, that. Yeah, think about what you're doing. Don't just think of dough first, because thinking of dough first, right, is honest to God, what sends down the wrong path with the wrong firm, and you'll just end up getting robbed. And that's how it is, you know. So let's fast forward a month, right? So let's fast forward a month from now, right? And it's, you know what, the graft is going, you've got the white and brown going, all right, everything's sound, right now, because the graft's an old graft, they're easier to start up, do you know what I mean? So it's like muscle memory, do you know what I mean? So all the punters remember, yeah, do you remember what your swag was like, do you remember this? But also other people remember it as well. Guess who's back round? Do you see what I mean? So old enemies, they flare up, mate, right? And listen, it's going that good, right, where I'm getting a percentage still, right? I'm getting a percentage and I'm giving them the bits, right? I haven't met the 3 of them again. They don't know what's not to do me, but they do know what to do me, but I'm just not feeling it right now. What I've done in the meanwhile, right, is I've been doing my own work on this mountain, lads, right? Now, what I've uncovered, right, is I haven't said nothing to no one, but I know. What I've uncovered, right, is that he's in cahoots with the stepbrother, right? Now, the stepbrother is one of brothers, and I know them. I'm on one of them, do you know what I mean? And they're horrible. Now, they go with another fella who I know, right? Another fella who I know, he's their main man. Yeah, he's their main man. So, let's call him Aiden. Let's call him main man Aiden. Right now, Aiden's my mate, but not through graft, because I would never do work with him like that. He's just my mate through other things, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, I'll tell you how we mate, right? Ages ago, I was with some bird. She said to me, come to my sister's. So when I went to his sister's, he was there. He was the sister's fella, do you know what I mean? So that's it. Well, when she said the sisters, it was his house, do you know what I mean? So when he's opened the door, I've got on him, he's got on me, but we haven't like, we didn't know each other, we just knew who each other was, names and face, do you know what I mean? So he's like, wow, what are you doing outside, man? I went, wow, what are you doing in my fucking bird sister's house? And he just started laughing, he's going, no way, what's Adam? So that's how I know him, do you know what I mean? And it's never been like that with me and him, he's always been side me, do you know what I mean? Always been side, but I know him better than, maybe not better than what Martin knows him, but I know him, do you know what I mean? I know him, do you know what I mean? So, in fact, no, I do know him better than Martin knows him, but maybe not the brothers work for him. Yeah, that's the brothers work for him, they work for him. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the relationship. So does he even know him? Maybe not, who knows, so I mean, but that's what's going on. So I'm sensing something isn't right, and here's why I'm sensing something isn't right, because I got asked, someone phoned me up, right, and he said to me, lad, I want, he went, have you got a pressure? I said, what for? Do you like tablets? I said, Gary's. I said, yeah, why? Can we lend it? I said, lend it? I said, no. I said, lend it. This is, lads, a fucking power saw. I said, no. I said, if you want it, lads, you can buy it. Like, lad, how much? So I told you, I'll make a drink on that, right? So I said, what do you need the pressure for anyway? It was weird how I said it. And he said, oh no, it's not for me, that's just to pass it on to someone. I said, he went, oh, just these kids in that. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, some kid called Paddy. And I was thinking, Paddy? Because Paddy's man's graph name, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I was thinking, yeah. I said, what, how old are you, Baz? She went, yeah. I said, oh yeah. I said, what are they making tablets? She went, lads, I don't know. He said, they're onto something. They've got onto something with all the ins and outs and all that. He said, but you know the working with, don't you? I said to him, and he named the brothers. I thought, yeah, now I thought, weird, what's happening here? Now that's nothing to do with me, so it's not to do, but it's just, I don't know, it is what it is, you know, like, what are they making Gary's and all that, so it is what it is, you know, I'm a nosy bastard, call me a nosy bastard, it is what it is, I like to know what's going on around me, do you know what I mean? So, he's making, in my head now, the brothers and him, they're making Gary's, he's going to spin them and all that, right, but is that going to affect what's going on up there, do you know what I mean? Is he going to start taking Gary's up there? You know what I mean? What's he going to start doing? It is what it is. You can't start saying, well, you can sell White and Bravo, you can't sell Gary's all that. Well, so it is what it is, what it is, what it is. So I've said no anyway. I've just said no. I said, I can't sell it neither. This, that, no, because I don't really want to give them it. Right now, you can go and buy one legally. You can buy one, they're legal to buy. So go and buy one if you want to do that. So what I mean? You know, it is what it is. You can get them in. So I mean, you can do what you want. It's not like they're not illegal to have them. They're illegal to own them. Do you know what I mean? It's just illegal to produce like fucking Gary's with them. Do you know what I mean? But you could make vitamins with them. You can do that by law. You're allowed to do that. So you know, you can't. You're not allowed to not do that as long as you've got no medical stuff in. So if I wanted, I could go and get like glucose, food colouring, you know, bits of candy, whatever, and I could make little sweets with them. By law, you're allowed to do that. So no, go and get off whatever. Go and do what you're doing, right? So that's it's not to me. I'm thinking, what are they doing here? Right now, get on this, right? Get on this, right? About 6 weeks later after that, right? I've got an eyes on, but without having an eyes on, I'm keeping a clue what's going on with that. And I've got a couple of punters up there, right, who, let's just say I've befriended, not to keep an eye on the graph, but just my eyes and knees up there, do you know what I mean? I go up and give them a bit there. So he says to me, fucking hell, lad, I was talking to him, I said, what's going on up there, lad? He went, fucking hell, have you seen the news? I went, no. He went, lad, he had 2 girls have died. I said, 2 girls have died, what, by yours? How, lad, how? He said, off these new tablets. These new tablets. So I'm straight away, I'm thinking, no way. No way. If 2 girls have died with them tablets, and I know he's making tablets now where he's up grafting that. He's made a proper mistake there, hasn't he? Or maybe it's like coincidence and all that, but it is what it is. Right? So I've got that in my head, and I'm not saying that's not my business, right? And then 3 days later, listen to this, 3 days later, I was in the car, and it was on the news, and another girl's died of tablets, right? And it was in another area. Now, the other area he was in, I know 100% that my mate has got a graft in that area as well. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's linking, and I'm thinking, wow, that's fucked up, that. So, you know, that's nothing to do with us, nothing to do with it, but I can start seeing that, like, there's shit going on, mate, and, you know, I phoned up and said to him, well, what's on your boss? I said, so birds not dying there, aren't they? I said, what's going on? I said, the grass gone off, and he's like, yeah. I said, what are you doing? I'm just trying to change the people around, move them from areas, bring new people in, this, that, which is a good move and all that. I said, yeah, I said, so what to do? He went, well, just put mine in that other area. Fucking hell, mate. Listen to this. So, soon as that area, someone's died in that area, 2 girls died in that area, he's moved mine to the new area where someone else has just died. You're on it. So I'm half fuming, right? And here's why I'm half fuming, right? Because it's got to be the tablets, isn't it? It's got to be the tablets. Whatever they're putting in the tablets is what's doing it, is what's hurting people. Do you see what I mean by that? Now, all right, maybe one, you can have normal tablets where people don't get me wrong, people do die off normal tablets and all, but 3 in that short space of time, weeks after I've found out that they're making tablets, is like, it's unheard of in 3 different areas as well, do you know what I mean? So it's the same batch, it's got to be. Now, for the same batch to get from that area to that area, How? Here's how, because they're the ones who are doing it, you know what I mean, right? So as I'm just pondering, stripe brandy, set the big table in mine, right? I get a phone call, right? And it's off someone who I know. Not me mate, but just someone who I know, right? And he's from out the way, right? Now listen to this, So answers the phone, like, hello. He goes, Scouse, what are you doing, mate? I said, well, lad, I said, fucking hell, how are you doing, lad? He went, lad. He went, lad. I went, what? He went, lads, lads don't even want to work with you no more, you know. I said, your lads don't want to work with me. I thought, it's weird. They don't get them off me. He said, why? He said, lad, because of what you're doing. I went, what do you mean? He went, lad. He said, fucking everyone's talking about you, lad. I said, who? He went, lad, everyone. I said, talking about me. I said, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, the fuck are you on out there? Lad, them girls who've been killed, right? Everyone knows that the lads are getting the stuff off you. What? So, oh my God, it just sinks in right now. I didn't think of this, right? I should have thought of this, but my mind was racing. I was thinking, obviously, right? So, if people know I'm getting bits off me, white and brown, right? They're going to fucking think they're getting the tablets off me as well, aren't they? Yeah, so it's pointing back to me, isn't it? It's pointing back to me. Now, if he's saying that to me, and he's in a different area totally, it must be round the pool and that, it must be round everywhere. Everyone must be on it, must be thinking that, you know what I mean? They must be, there's no way they're not, right? And I'm just thinking, no fucking way, that's mad, that. So I thought, I need to just, I was like, no, lad, I said, lad, you're mad, aren't you? Lad, I said, that's fucking not doing me, lad, not doing me. And he's going, oh, isn't it? No, I said, oh, isn't it? No, I said, of course, it's fucking not allowed to take me for, lad. I said, if I made tablets, lad, I said, you've had tablets off me, because I did make tablets ages ago, but then just swerved, I couldn't be asked with it, right? Because we got, like, there was 100,000 tablets, right, went missing. Like, they went missing, let's just say that. It's weird, but they were going to the dam, right, listen. Now, you might think, why would the dam need tablets from you, do you know what I mean? But, listen, these tablets, they were proper tablets from the old school days and all that, right? Like the 90s and that, and it was like, it was just a one-off, right? It was a one-off, because the stuff, right, here's why tablets have changed now, today, than they did back then. Because back then, say like Mitchies in the 90s and all that, they were made with different stuff. And the stuff what you're getting now, the main ingredients for it, right? They're already bashed before people get them ingredients. Do you see what I mean? It's like lemo now, lemo now. If you go to like one of the 5 places that make the lemo, right? Like Colombia, you know, Peru, you know, that. If you go to them places, right, that make it, when they're making lemo now, they're only making it to 80%. They're not making it to 100% no more, like they used to in the old days. That's why that's changed as well, because they've realised they can get more out of it, and some chemicals have been banned, some things have been banned, right? So they've worked around it and ended up with lemo that's 80% instead of 100%. So when people tell you, this lemo, lad, it's 100, it's not 100%. You can't get 100% lemo no more. You can't, mate, I'm telling you, you can't. And if you can, then you're lucky, you're very lucky. But I'm not saying you can't, because there will be somewhere that's, you know, but mainstream production-wise, it's not the same no more, and everyone knows it. You know, look at the price of lemo. Lemo, yeah, in fiction, lemo, about 5 months ago, not even that, was 19 grand a box, for a box of Rolex, right? There was a stamp on it. Now, it's about double. About double that, maybe a bit less than double, do you know what I mean? Depends on where you go and how many you've got in that, because loads of shit's gone missing, right? So, people have been nicked for it, the chain of command's gone, people have moved in, this, that, so nothing's the same, do you know what I mean? But these guys, they were 100%, listen to, I had to myself and that's what I mean, I'm not condoning what he could do, and, you know, this is a fictional drug use for audio entertainment, only it's not real, it's all fictional. So, I know what's going on, right, and I know that what they're doing, I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but once people are dying off them, you need to take a step back, don't you? So now my name's in the limelight for it. So if my name's in the limelight for it, of people phoning me up, I'm going to be, you know, on the fucking whiteboard somewhere, aren't I? I'm going to be on a whiteboard somewhere, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? Because now people have died. Now it's a massive, it's not just county lines no more. People are dying. It's only going to take a matter of time for them to put 2 and 2 together and figure out who's up there, who's there. Plus, this is what they do. This is what they do. Right now, county lines in fiction. I was on county lines right before it was called county lines. I never had a name for it. Trains weren't bang on. Everything was sound. There was no sniffer dogs at train stations and all that. That's how, let's just say, time served. Some people can be on it. But just because you can't work the way you used to work now, do you see what I mean? Now when you go to Scotland or you go down south and you're in a car with Liverpool plates on it, you bang on straight away. You may as well just have a fucking toggle on you like a FIFA player when he's got the ball. Yeah. So in fiction, what we do now in fiction is we'll get cars from Wales that belong to normal people, teachers, or do you know what I mean? This, that. So when it goes on the NPR, someone from Wales, right? Some fella, he's whatever. He's a school teacher from Wales, right? Or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It just looks better. So if you're taking cars from Liverpool to Scotland now, legit, even if they're legit, you're fucking blazing. You're getting watched everywhere, mate. And I mean everywhere you're getting watched. And it's only a matter of time, do you know what I mean? Once you've got a suspicion on you like that, they'll even just put a temporary DR on the car, drug related. You're getting ripped everywhere you go. Look at all the people getting nicked. That's why people are sending Instagram menus out to people. What are you doing? You brought the old graph bang on. Everyone's on it, do you know what I mean? So the new generation have brought it bang on. Fucking bang on, mate. Don't not all of them, but most of them. Some of them, they're not asked because they're greedy. They're not thinking about it. They want money. They'll do anything for money. So they're fucking the game up, do you know what I mean? The game is fucked up, do you know what I mean? So I need to fucking think about this, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to call him in. So phone's my mate to contact, right? I'm like, lad, where are you? I said, lad, I need to see me, you know. He's like, well, I said, no. I said, you need to make a point of it. You need to come and see me, like, soon as. Like, now. He's like, well, I'm just, lad, I don't care where you're at. Come and fucking see me now. I'm not happy, lad. Oh, lad, what do you mean? Don't sound happy, lad. I'm not happy. Come and see me. Get some man as soon as you can, lad. He's like, hey, go on. I'll give you about 2 hours. I'm like, lad, hurry up, you know. He said, hey, what's your bit? He said, lad, just bring yourself. Just bring yourself and nothing else. Yeah. I said, and bring me one of them tablets you've been making as well. And he went, what do you mean? I said, lad, I said, I want Gary's. I've heard you making Gary's. Bring me some. He's like, oh, lad, these are sick, you know. Like, he was going to give me them. So I thought, I'll get one off him and I'll send it somewhere to one of my mates and I'll get him to have a look what's in and all that. And I'll find out, you know what I mean? And, you know, what I'm going to do about it, what I can do about it, I'm going to have to speak to Aiden, who's their big man. And hope that he's like got the pull on it, you know what I mean? Because he won't know. He doesn't have Gary's. They're not going to tell him. He's not going to know what's happening. If he's the money man for it, yeah. I'm not giving them no bits to make the tablets. I haven't given them a pressure. So where are they getting it from? They're not getting it from me. But because they get them on white and brown from me, it's going to look like they're getting that from me as well, innit? Ah, this is shit. This is just took a fucking heavy twist here, you know. So I'm sitting bad, right? Bradley Stripe. Now, you know, he might know what's going on. No one might know what's going on. Johnny might know what's going on, right? So next thing the kid phones me, my contact phones me. He says, yeah, I'll have about 5 minutes. So I said, go on, sad. So I'm talking to him, he phones beep. You know, like someone's telling you to. I said, go on. He says, hurry up, come to my lad. Someone's telling you to. Well, yeah, as the phone, Levy's like, what's happening, lads? I'm like, no way. I said, what's happening, lads? I told you we're on holiday. He's like, nah, fuck that, lad. Come back, this, that. What are you doing? All dead happy and that. I said, oh, lad, I said, you're going to fucking believe this. I said, have you heard anything about tablets? He went, nah, what do you mean? I said, oh, lad, I said, where are you? He went, Judge. I said, yeah, come to mine. He's like, come on, who you with? I said, Judge is coming. He went, what for? I said, I need to talk to you about son. And he went, what's wrong with you? I said, no. He went, fucking, I said, like a few minutes. I said, lad, I am, you know. And he went, yeah. He said, what, with him, yeah? I said, like, I was like, what, lad, yeah, well. I'm like, lad, fucking hell, mate, how we gone from that happy to that? He's going, nah, I'm still happy, lad. What are you on? He said, go on, I'll be around now. I said, he said, I'm just going to drop Sausage off because Sausage got something to do. I said, go on, sad. So then the lad comes to mind before Levy, right, and he's talking to me and all that, and he hasn't got a clue. I don't think this kid's got a clue what's going on. He hasn't got a clue what's going on. And I'm saying, he went, lad, he went, no, they bought these tablets from somewhere, and they bet me on it. And he said, lad, people are being killed. He's like, yeah, I know, but that weren't off them. I'm like, lad, obviously it was off them. He said, nah, they told me. I said, lad, I don't care what they've told you. I said, it is off them. I said, then someone else has died on another graft, and you know what I mean? Lad, think about what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Now it's 3 different places. Do you know what I mean? He's going, do you reckon he's going, no, but lads, other people do them up there. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He's going, well, lads, it's not them. And I'm like, well, I don't, do you know what I mean? But he's going, nah, lads. I said, have you got me anything? He went, yeah. I said, look at him there. And he's passed me them right, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, I don't know, mate, you know, they have done a good job. They look all right. There's a little stamp on them. I'm not going to tell you what stamp's on it. There's a little stamp on it, though, right? And the stamp on it, you know, they've been made all right. So he's like, do you want half now? I said, no. I said, if you had any, yeah, he went, lad, the fucking sides. I'd grab one and that one. So I'm thinking, he doesn't know. I'm like, you're mad, you, lad, you're mad, you. He's going, what is it? He's going, lad, these aren't them. He's going, believe me, lad, these aren't them. So I'm like, all right, now, in the paper and all that, they haven't showed what types of tablets they are, so I don't know whether they know or whatever, right? But people might just put putting 2 and 2 together, but Listen to me, lads. Listen to me, lads. You open 2 coffee shops, right, and people get sick in 2 places from coffee, and you've just opened 2 coffee shops in them 2 places. It's going to look like it's you, innit? Do you know what I mean? It is. It's going to look like it's you. Look like you push people maybe by accident, whatever. So I've got these houses on. So next thing the door goes right now. Levy's been a bar. He's been a bit longer than what he should have been, right? So by this time, this kid's half flying. Do you know what I mean? He's half flying. So Levy comes in right now. Listen to me now. You know when someone's like all dead happy and all that, and then you just see them shoot at it. Seems Levy's walked in, Levy's like, what's happening, lads? What's happening, fucking county lads? What's happening, lads? Because he calls them county lads, right? And he's going, what's up? What are you doing here? He's going, what's wrong with you? Why are you fucking fuming? I said, lads, here's what's happened, right? So the lad's like, I'm going to have to go. And Levy's like, you're not going nowhere, sit down, you. So I've looked at Levy, and Levy's going, what? He's going, fuck, he's not going nowhere, lad. I said, I don't know what's going on here. So I'm just like, listen to me, Levy took a little bit of a turn here, right? And this kid's fucking proper peed up to death, right? Because Levy, especially if you don't know him, like he doesn't know him, he knows who he is, he doesn't know him, that, but listen, he's horrible, he stands his presence over him. So he's got this lad sitting on a chair and standing over him now, where if he just turns on and bumps the kid, wouldn't have a chance. Do you know what I mean? So I want him to now talk under pressure a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It's not a napping, it's just you've napped yourself sort of thing. You shouldn't have come here, you've napped yourself sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? If someone tells you they're fuming with you, get to mine now. You don't walk in and eat a Gary, but you'd have proof to put bite in a Gary. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So now, imagine this kid now, he's fucking coming up off Gary's and that. He's got me and Levy standing over him and all that. I'm telling Levy everything I know about people dying, and Levy's people are dying off your tablets, are they? He's going, no, they're not my tablets. Levy's going, so you know that you're killing, no, he's just dead fuck. So you know quite well that you're selling tablets, and the tablets in your area are killing people, and you think that's not you. And you think that, what are you on about? Now, Levy's been doing his own work as well, right? So Levy knows, and I've told Levy, right? But I didn't tell him, I knew for a fact. I just told him ages ago, because he was being an oldie. So I've been told on the phone, I've just been like, fucking, everything's been unfolded, you know what I mean? But not in detail. So I told him that kid works, he's the kid's stepbrother and all that. So Levy goes to him, do you know these two brothers? And he goes, well, where? And then he goes, do you know that man's their stepbrother? And the kid's kite just changes. He goes, what? I said, lad, I told you. I said, he said, do you know for a fact? I said, lad, I know for a fact. I said, everyone knows for a fact. I said, you're brand new, you don't know what's going on, lad. I said, they're using your graft to spin tablets and all that. And what giving you a percentage? He's going, nah, that's cheeky. That I'm like, cheeky. I'm like, lad, but it looks like they're getting them off me. And Levy's like, no way, yeah. So Levy just grabs him by the face and goes, you don't fucking sort this, lad. You don't fucking sort this, lad. What happened, lad? I'm just looking at Levy thinking, hell, lad. He's going, do you know what I mean, lad? But the lad is my mate as well, so I'm like, Levy. He's going, well, lad, I'm not going to hit him, I'm just fucking telling him, lad. He's bringing our names down, and he's right, Levy's right, so I'm not going to correct him, and he's right. So Levy's like, go on anyway, fuck off. Go and do what you got to do, lad. He said, go and do your fucking county lines. He said, lad, I'm taking your number off him, right? He said, lad, I'm going to phone you up, next couple of days, lad. And if anything's not sorted, lad, lads, what happens, you won't even, and he just tells him straight. And the lad, he has proper parcel, because, like I said, it's Levy, do you know what I mean? It's Levy. If Levy's on you like that, Levy's on you like that, and that's that. So your only other option is to stand up and say, what, he'll fucking batter you, he'd fucking batter you, do you know what I mean? So there's that sort of, right, so he gets off and all that. So I said, yeah, there's the tablet here, look at him, Levy's going, lad, there, bang on. Straight away, just looking at it. Lad, there, bang on. He's going, lad, imagine plugging to your gaff now, found them. I'm like, yeah, I know, fuck that, lad. I said, take them with you. He's like, what do you want to do? I said, take him to that kid. I said, what's that kid's name? He's like, oh, the little fucking weirdo, Phil. I went, yeah. I said, the one who makes all, like, his own fucking weed and all that. He went, yeah. I said, lad, he's got all, like, he's going, yeah, he's a little sign. I said, take them to him and ask him to see if he can find out what's in them and all that. Do you know what I mean? What the ratio is, what. Because if you know what's in them, you'll know. Because sometimes you can just have a little ratio that's a little bit too much. That is the problem, but it's the right ratio, but just, you know what I mean? Just a bit too much or something, overdosing on one certain thing, sort of thing, do you get what I mean by that? So let's see what's happening here, let's see what's happening here. So Levy's like, listen lad, he's going to bring us proper bang on, you know. And I'm like, and also the kids got off for all that, just me and Lev having a slight brandy and all that, right? And let's go, lad, that's going to look like it was you. Said, I wanted to have a phone call, you want it, lad, everyone. So Levy says, yeah, let me phone some of my mates, so I go outside. So we're just sitting there, right, have a loudspeaker. We've got my phone on loudspeaker, phone people his phone loudspeaker. So Levy phones some kid, he goes, what have you heard about tablets, lad? He goes, lad, I've heard that you and your firm are selling tablets to everyone and they're dying off them, lad. And he's like, yeah, you've heard me and my firm over here. So now Levy is fuming. Because listen, Levy's horrible and all that, but he's not horrible like that. He's not, do you understand what I mean? Listen, if you're active in the game, he'll fucking nap you, rob you, kill you, whatever. But he wouldn't sell tablets like that to kids who he knows are wrong and all that, you know what I mean? He knows wrong. Don't get me wrong, he has sold tablets and that, but not to like, they're sound, they're alright, do you know what I mean? It's rat, innit? It's rat games, it's fucking rat games. So I said to Levy, well, you know, them brothers, Levy goes, fuck the brothers, lads, we'll fucking smash their faces in and just take everything you've got off them. He's going to me, what's wrong with you? I'm like, no, I know. He's going, lad, you'd waste them. You'd fucking waste them one-on-one. I'm like, I know, but it wouldn't be one-on-one. He went, I know, well, it'd be 2-on-2, me and you versus them, lad, I'll fucking do them. You waste them and I'll put them night-night. Who's asked that? Fuck them, lad. I said, they're working with such and such. Say, Aiden, right? And he goes, isn't he your mate? I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, well, he won't know what to do with it, lad. He said, what's he going to do? He said, let me know where he lives. He said, lad, I'll fucking nap him too. You know, sometimes when you tell Levy things, right, he escalates it, he fucking escalates it and all that. He's going, lad, you're going to be bang on, you know, we're going to be bang on, lad. He's like, lad, listen to me now. He said, lad, if Plug grab anyone in there, they're going to sing like a canary, and that's what's going to happen, right? And I'm like, yeah, so now that's on our mind now, Plug's on our mind now, right? So, here's what we're going to do, right? Here's what we're going to do. Don't go yet, right? That's the end of that story. That's the end of County Lines Operation Dissolve 2. But here's what happens in the next story, right? Because what we're going to do is we're going to leave you what happens in the next story now. It's like a teaser of the next story sort of thing, right? So after everything that's going on, right, here's what happens in part 3, which is coming soon.
The hierarchy. We have the supplier, Scouser, contact Hurdy, main man Aiden, and the rest of the network. Intelligence shows the Scouser is the main man behind the scenes, not Aiden. He's known to associate with Leventon, both are serious underworld figures known for firearms and gang-related activity. But our focus is the Scouser. He runs the supply chain. We have no intel on him, only that he drives a black BMW M5